Juliet, red Chevy. What's that?
I gotta get to work. Good. See this.
Oh, hello.
Start reading your tags first before you pull someone over.
Well, stop speeding.
Watch, cop caught speeding Scolds officer who stopped her, peels out, nothing happens. By Matt Agarist, July 4, 2017. Dayton Beach, Florida. An infuriating body camera video was released this week showing the callous disregard some police officers have for the very laws they enforce. The footage shows the above-the-law nature exhibited by law enforcement that would get the common citizen caged or killed. Known as blue privilege, there is an unwritten law among police officers: when they catch their fellow cop, or even their fellow cop's family member, breaking the law, they are let go without consequence. Last year, dashcam video was released showing preferential treatment of an Arkansas police chief who was let off without so much as a warning after speeding to an off-duty job as a referee at a football game. The examples are unlimited. In one case, in particular, an entire caravan of cops was given a pass for needless and dangerously speeding through town. An audio tape and video were published online of a conversation between a Washington State Patrol aircraft and a patrol car on the ground. Advertisement. The aircraft kept identifying speeders while the ground unit would let them all go by since they were LEOs. The cars were both marked and unmarked. There was also a dangerously driving motorcycle in the mix as well, weaving in and out of cars, who was actually stopped and then let go after realizing he was in LEO. Nothing happened to any of the officers for speeding. The case in the video below, however, is perhaps one of the most brazen practices of blue privilege TFTP has ever seen. At 5 a.m., on June 13, Officer Rachel Ditton was driving a red Chevy, which was her personal vehicle, at high rates of speed. A patrol officer saw her speeding and conducted a traffic stop. Read more. To address police violence, Rahm Emanuel hires notoriously abusive cop as his civil rights advisor. The officer followed Ditton for over a minute, observing her speeding. He then moved to pull her over. When the officer gets out of his vehicle, after Ditton finally stopped, he's instantly berated by this infuriated speeding cop who couldn't believe she was actually pulled over for breaking the law. "I gotta get to work," Ditton says, clearly employing a privilege not afforded to those in the parole class. Breaking the law to make up for being late to work is a prerogative enjoyed by only those with the power to arrest you for that very law. Start reading your tag first before you pull someone over, the irate Ditton shouts at the officer as she throws her car back in gear. As the officer tried to tell Ditton, well, stop speeding, she then slammed down on the gas, peeling out as she sped away. Had anyone but a police officer behaved in a similar fashion, rest assured, a high-speed pursuit, spike strips, helicopters, and potentially deadly force would have all been at the ready. According to the News Journal, police spokeswoman Lita Longa said on Monday that the department is not going to answer any questions on this issue until the conclusion of the investigation. As for Ditton, she is still on the job and likely still breaking the very laws she, herself, would kidnap, cage, or kill people over. Police in Dayton Beach would do well to take a page out of Volusia County's sheriff's book. Sheriff Mike Chitwood was busted earlier this year for going 78 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. Instead of acting like Ditton and demanding his blue privilege, he did the opposite. Chitwood actually asked for a ticket to set an example for the agency. Read more. Cops caught using millions in seized assets on surveillance gear, weapons, and clowns. I ordered him to write a ticket to send a message, Chitwood said of his own violation. The sergeant who pulled Chitwood over quickly applied the blue privilege and told the sheriff to be on his way. But the sheriff realized this was wrong and called the sergeant back. I told him to write me a ticket, Chitwood said, adding that the deputy was initially hesitant. I shouldn't be given a professional courtesy. I'm the sheriff, for Christ's sake. When cops refuse to act above the law and hold themselves accountable, this is most certainly a good thing. The Free Thought Project covered Sheriff Chitwood's story back in January in hopes his example would spread to others like Ditton and her ilk. As we can see from the video above, however, his leading by example has yet to have an effect.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
For life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.